Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, is the second prequel, and I'm sorry it took 2 months to get this review, but I didn't have the motivation to do it. But a few individuals who were commenting on my videos gave me inspiration to do more videos, so I wanted to get these videos done, because I wanted to give you more, and so people supporting me, that's how you get more videos. If you like my content, great, I'm so happy. Thank you for watching, cool. Okay, so Attack of the Clones, I was going to do this review anyway, but it took forever to get there, because I don't like this movie. I really don't. I watched it again and took a page of notes. I don't like this movie at all. So, let's get on with Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So, when this movie came out, there was still a lot of fan anticipation for it, even though we had seen The Phantom Menace already. We weren't quite sure what to expect. Then we saw Attack of the Clones, and, well, it was even worse than The Phantom Menace. It's not an atrocious movie, but it's bad. It's really bad. So, yeah, George Lucas only did one thing for the fans that he told us, or we had told him to do, and that was lessen Jar Jar's involvement, but we'll get to Jar Jar later, because that's kind of important, actually. Yeah, God, yeah, we'll get to him later. But Episode 2 ended up just being the same blue screen, green screen nonsense with a romance that sucks balls. That they have Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen have no chemistry. Hayden Christensen is terrible in these movies. I feel bad for Hayden Christensen, honestly, because I think he has potential to be a good actor, but he didn't have anything to work with, really, here. George Lucas's writing is just not very good. So, yeah, the blow that was Attack of the Clones is slightly lessened, but, yeah, it isn't good. But, yeah, the dialogue is even worse, and as I said, the romance is just atrocious. There's a scene in this movie, okay. I'm gonna set the mood for you here. Okay, so, they're spilling their love out for each other, and all that fun stuff. Then freaking Padme, played by Natalie Portman, tries to convey how she feels about Anakin to him. And she says, "I truly, deeply love you." It's like, we could... you could convey emotions without having to say what you feel. That's what George Lucas is getting wrong here. You don't have to say how you feel. You can convey that. There's a scene in Revenge of the Sith that I'll talk about when I review that movie that was perfectly illustrated by that. The romance in this movie is just so bad. It's so bad. Natalie Portman in a romance, man. Like, think about that. Thor. Think about, you got Thor and then you got this. And those both romances. Just nah. But yeah. Same blue screen, green screen backgrounds. No one feels like they're walking in an actual environment. The CGI is just... it doesn't hold up at all. The CGI is just not very good. I'm sorry. There's bugs crawling around in my basement. That's why I'm looking around. It's creepy. But yeah. God. And then it's the same movie. People walk around in rooms and talk. Again. Just like in the Phantom Menace. Anakin is a whiny brat this time. He complains about Obi-Wan not letting him do things that he wants to do. And another thing. Okay, so Padme and Anakin cannot love, apparently, because Jedi aren't allowed to love. And since they aren't allowed to love, Padme wears the most sexy outfits that just say, "Eat me," right here. It's just... it's so bad. So Padme says, "I can't love you, you can't love me," all that fun stuff. Then why is she wearing all these incredibly revealing, sexy outfits? I just don't get it. And that Jedi can't love thing. Okay, so Jedi cannot love for some reason now. So how are they supposed to procreate? Like, what's going on? Can you not have sex? Because you can have sex without love. So George Lucas is writing, man. Jedi can't love for some reason, so we have to go with that. I don't know. We'll get on to the Kamino part now, because I'm just going to move to Kamino. Kamino is kind of this cool, watery planet. It looks very CGI, but it looks kind of cool. I'll give you that. Kamino looks kind of cool. So, yeah, and then, I don't know. Then the Jango Fett. I'll talk about the Jango Fett and Obi-Wan fight, which is actually pretty cool. It's very dumb because Obi-Wan gets or things explode in front of Obi-Wan every time he gets knocked back, but he's still fine. It's kind of cartoony, but I enjoyed the fight for the most part. It's kind of cool. But then on the other hand, like since you got all that, you got a really young actor to play Boba Fett, who's child actors, man. George Lucas's choice in child actors. Boba Fett gets played by this little. I'm not even gonna show him because I don't even think I should give him that credit to show pictures of anyone who's in this movie. Once again, I don't hate this movie. But I don't like this movie at all. So yeah, and the clone troopers. We're talking about the clone troopers right here. The clone troopers are all CGI. Not a single human clone trooper was used in this movie. That just pisses me off, honestly. Like, at least in the Phantom Menace, they tried to give us some more practical effects. I'll give them that. But yeah. And as I stated earlier with the romance, Obi-Wan, or not Obi-Wan, I said Obi-Wan. Well, who cares? I'm not even going to edit that out. Anakin and Padme have no chemistry. There's nothing there. I don't know. And then you got onto Jedi can't have nightmares. So, because Anakin has these nightmares about his mother dying. It's like a premonition type thing, and he's like, Jedi can't have nightmares, and I'm just like, why can't Jedi not have nightmares? There's no reason for that. George Lucas' writing, man, I don't know. But yeah, but eventually, this is a spoiler review. I should have mentioned that earlier, but I think you figured it out. The movie's 14 years old now, so. Anakin's mother does eventually die, and that scene actually works. There are scenes in this movie that work, and that is one that actually really hit me. It works. Hell, him carrying his mother, his mother's dead body, it works. I really liked the emotion portrayed in this scene. George Lucas actually did a really good job with that. I actually really liked that aspect of the movie. That worked. But then later on, we're going to move to the whole Jar Jar Binks thing now. I'm going to talk about Jar Jar. Okay. So Jar Jar gives emergency powers to Palpatine. I know I'm skipping over some details, but I want to talk about these main points I write down. Jar Jar gives emergency powers to Palpatine, so now Palpatine's in charge. So Jar Jar Binks is basically responsible for the rise of the Empire. There you go. Like, I'm glad that Jar Jar was lessened, but why? What? Why? God, okay. We'll move on from that. I know I'm just kind of bullet pointing these, but I want to talk about the things I want to talk about and not make this review too, like, elongated and stretched out, even though it's already 8 minutes long. But yeah, the emergency powers thing, so yeah, he's responsible for the rise of the Empire. Let's not talk about that anymore. But then we got, like, a gladiator battlefield type scene, and that was actually okay. There's a lot of CGI stuff, and Padme has this, like, very obvious, like, injury done to her belly just so it can expose her belly, make her look sexy. It's dumb, but this scene's okay overall. And then we got the, at the end of the movie, we got the Yoda lightsaber fight, and I so hate Yoda with the lightsaber. Like, Yoda's this really wise master that tells you don't need a lightsaber to do everything, you don't need a weapon, but then he's just doing with his lightsaber, it's freaking CGI Yoda over here. I don't know. We won't talk about that too much, but freaking Yoda does barrel rolls and crap in this movie. I didn't like the Yoda fight scene. Let's leave it at that. And then at the end, Anakin and Padme get married. The end. So, yeah. The movie just kind of ends with them getting married, and now we have a third one coming. I mean, well, it's already come, but you know what I mean. So, Attack of the Clones, I obviously do not like this movie. It has good scenes. Admittedly, it does have good scenes. Anakin's mother's death, like, that works. That really works, actually. The Camino looks cool. There's some fight scenes that look cool. There's some action that looks cool. But early on in the movie, stuff like them trying to assassinate Padme with killer worms and crap like that I didn't mention, I left that out just because I think that's self-explanatory in itself, that I don't need to explain how dumb that is. Them assassinating Padme with killer worms. But that was something I wanted to leave out, but I feel like I kind of need to address because it is a review after all. But as you can tell, I do not like Attack of the Clones, and I'm going to give it the same grade I gave The Phantom Menace, which is a C-. I don't like this movie. It's not a terrible movie. I don't like this movie at all, though. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So it's already 10 minutes long. So, oh, God. For future reviews, I'm going to have my Revenge of the Sith review up. I know it's late. I'll get it up really soon. And my other reviews for the rest of the movies that I'm going to review before Rogue One. Yes, so I'm going to hopefully have a review of Swiss Army Man coming to you really soon. I want to get the BFG and the Legend of Tarzan reviews up really soon, too. But yeah, so that's my review of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So, peace.